MCCDC. Today is week 5 of Lent, the Last Supper, risking the loss of friends. How do I see myself in this story of the Last Supper, risking the loss of friends? Today I shall talk about the loss of Stella, who died in January of this year. She was not only my sister, she was my friend too. Growing up, we had our differences that sometimes became heated confrontations when we did not understand or were unwilling to agree or not agree on the other's viewpoint. As we grew into adulthood, we became more than sisters who loved and respected each other's differences. Like we can call on Jesus, the Son of God, anytime we feel the need. I could call Stella anytime, day or night, and talk about something that was troubling me, or to hear her opinion on a concern, or just to share good news. She was excellent at seeing both sides of a situation, and she helped others to see how, and myself included, how behavior or perception might or might not contribute to the problem. She had offered suggestions like, maybe changing your viewpoint might help improve or help to resolve the issue. Adding, look at this as an opportunity to learn something new about yourself and maybe about the other person too. Pray for guidance was a regular saying of hers. I knew to do this, but it was good to be reminded. Stella was a person who enjoyed life when things were well, as we all do. But when difficulties came about, as they did sometime, she faced them with prayers for wisdom, guidance, and to be willingly undertake right action to overcome or deal with the situation. She said there were many times she was not guided to take any action, so she continued to pray with faith and waited on God's timing. She hardly ever attended church, saying she had a direct line to God through the Spirit. Stella practiced love and kindness by helping family members and friends to become more accepting of each other's and their differences. She would be out at the shopping mall or at the gym, and before she could return home, someone would have come up to her and talked of their troubles with her. Her favorite saying was, pray on it that you might find out what to do. Stella had been a diabetic for quite a few years, but in the fall of 2017, her health began to decline. And by July 2018, she started undergoing kidney dialysis. We both prayed a lot for her recovery. There were days when she wasn't active because she felt weak or was in unbearable pain. But she had some good days too, enjoying her home, going shopping or to the gym, having fun at the casinos, and at times came to visit me. She had a good support system, family, relatives, friends, medical staff, and last but not least, praying people from several churches and denominations prayed for her healing. For all the time Stella and I were together through the good, the bad, and her illness, the most precious time was the time we had together during the last week of her life. I drove to Danville, Virginia, our hometown, on Sunday morning, January 12th, 2020. When I walked into that hospital room, her face lit up in surprise. You are here, she smiled. For the briefest moment, I saw my sister look and healthy as she was a few years ago. Happiness glowed in her eyes for a second or two, but then a tinge of sadness crept in. We hugged each other for a long, heartfelt moment. Upon realizing how frail she had become, I left the room quickly on the pretense of having to go to the restroom. But it was to wipe tears from my eyes. I so much wanted her to be healthy so she could live at home like old times. During the night, she kept tossing and turning in her sleep, repeating, "Not now. It's not the right time." Each time I'd ask, "What are you talking about?" And she responded, "Not talking to you." Every so often she continued to speak out, but I saw no one. I now believe she was talking to God or was talking to deceased members of my family, because at one time I heard her say, "Joanne." Joanne is our sister who died January 2017. The last night I was there, Stella and I hugged tightly. Although frail, she exhibited great strength in that hug. She clung to me and said, "I wish you could move home and stay here all the time." I answered by hugging her even tighter. As I was leaving the room, I turned to look at her and saw the light go out of her eyes. Standing there, I felt that she no longer saw me. I did not understand at the time. It was her goodbye. I closed the door slowly, tears flowing from my eyes. I cried a lot on my way back to Maryland. The following day, January 17, 2020 at 12:30, my sister Stella died while undergoing kidney dialysis. I am so glad that together we attended our Northside High School reunion's 50th anniversary on August 20th, 2019. We celebrated Thanksgiving with Stella in the hospital with family members and a few friends. I am happy for all the years we had together as sisters and later as friends. I am grateful to have had that special last week with her before she died. Now I see her in a place of peace and love, laughing and skipping through a field of yellow daffodils. Thank you, MCCDC pastors and siblings, for allowing me to be a part of risking the loss of friends. I can only imagine how sad the disciples must have been when their best friend and teacher endured so much suffering and then dying upon the cross. The world as they knew it was changed.